Sorry about that, guys. My iPhone ran out of room, but I got more. So let's continue with BB-8 here. Yeah, this figure is just awesome. I love all the weathering on there, and he's dirty and just looks beautiful. And it looks like he's been on his adventure with Rey and Finn. Oh, and if you look right there right on his neck, or underneath his head, is all that dirt. Oh, beautiful. Hasbro, you just nailed it. I love this figure. BB-8, love the character, love the figure, so happy to have him in my collection. And these two look really good together on the shelf. Come on, BB-8. This is frustrating with this figure. If you don't get his head in just that right position, he'll roll all over the place. But look, don't those two look awesome together? I love it. Those two look really great together on my shelf. Now, next on the list is one of my favorite characters. I'm so pumped that she's coming back in episode 8. It's Captain Phasma! Yeah, man. Oh, this figure is amazing. And honestly, what more do you need with Captain Phasma? All she did was walk around in the movie looking cool, just like Boba Fett. Not saying that's a bad thing. But man, I can't wait to see this character finally in action. I heard that Captain Phasma is going to have a much bigger role in episode 8. And that she's going to do so much more than just walk around looking cool. But back to the figure. The figure itself is really good. I like the shiny looking plastic. The shiny looking plastic is really decent. Really good. She's got amazing sculpting going throughout her whole armor. I love that. And I love up here that sculpting and her cape. Her cape looks amazing. And her blaster looks really good. She's got just beautiful sculpting in her helmet. I love that. So badass. And even though it's not shiny like she was in the movie, the silver plastic on this figure still looks really good. And she looks awesome next to my First Order troopers on the shelf. I can't wait to see her finally in action. It's like episode 7 was a teaser for Captain Phasma. It introduced us to her, but it didn't show us her in action. A lot like Empire Strikes Back did with Boba Fett. Think about it. All Boba Fett did was stand there and look cool. And we didn't get to see him in action until Return of the Jedi. So I'm thinking of it like that. You know, we won't get to see her in action until we see her again up on the big screen. And I, for one, am looking forward to that. Captain Phasma. So happy she's in my collection. She is number 11 on my Black Series list. Now, the next figure. This one, I really love this next figure. And it is, in fact, another Rogue One figure, and that is the Imperial Death Trooper. And I realized in my unboxing video of this guy, can't talk. In my unboxing video of this guy, I kept calling him the Shock Trooper. I don't know what I was smoking, guys, but this is not the Shock Trooper. This is the Imperial Death Trooper. And amazing sculpting, amazing paint apps. Like, if you can see right there, He has green right there. Let me get the light in there so you guys can see that. He has green right in there. And his visor is green. That's so cool. And, oh, is that silver paint they used right there? It is. Beautiful. And I love that he's not like the regular stormtroopers where their armor would hinder their arm articulation. Nope. This is flexible. That is so cool, so you can get him into so many more poses. There's no limitation here. That was very smart on Hasbro's part. Look at that. Seamless. I love it. And the weapons he comes with are really, really cool. I love this blaster he comes with, and I love this little pistol. Reminds me so much of Han Solo's pistol. The holster, it's different. Can't say I hate it. He's got beautiful sculpting there, all on the back. Just a very gorgeous figure. So happy I have him in my collection. I really want to army build with these guys and the First Order Troopers. So here's to hoping I can get my hands on more of these guys. So, Imperial Death Trooper, number 10, I believe, on my list. Yep, number 10 on my Black Series list. Now, next is a figure that not everybody is a huge fan of, but I have a soft spot for it in my heart. And that is Episode 4 Luke Skywalker. Now, why everybody doesn't like this figure, that's very easy to see. Sometimes the soft goods, a shirt on him can kind of bunch up and he can look big and bulky and he looks kind of sad but I love this figure. Why? Because of the soft goods. I mean, I love it. That's what really drew me to this figure. Call me crazy, but I am a sucker for soft goods on action figures if it's done right. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, with Luke Skywalker, they did it right. He comes with his saber, which I love. His belt is extremely movie accurate. He's got his binoculars, also movie accurate. His boots are movie accurate. But right here, it is kind of bunching up. Just fix that. Well, if you fiddle with it enough, you can get it looking pretty awesome. But I love the soft goods shirt on this figure. It's so cool. Really happy I got this guy in my collection. Episode 4, Luke Skywalker. Number 9 on my list. Put him right here next to Finn. And next on my list, we have Old Man Han Solo. Oh man, this figure. No complaints, nothing wrong with this figure. It's perfect. That head sculpt, man. That freaking awesome head sculpt. That is a dead-on likeness to Harrison Ford. Especially from the side, man. And he's got bits of gray in his hair instead of just all of his hair being white, which I am personally a fan of. And, oops, his jacket is really, really cool. I love that it's got a leathery look to it. And it's got nice texture on it. And there's his little bullets, I want to say. Or are they death sticks? You want to buy some death sticks? I'm not a big fan of Attack of the Clones, but I love that scene. And his shirt looks awesome. And his belt, friggin' awesome. Holster, awesome. Blaster. It's Han Solo's blaster. How can that not be classic? He's just got such amazing sculpting throughout all of him. This figure is a home run, And even though I missed out on the original Han Solo that came out back in 2013, I'm so thankful I was able to get my hands on this guy right here. It's Han Solo. How could I not have him in my Star Wars Black Series collection? That head sculpt, I can't get over it. It's a dead-on likeness to Harrison Ford. Just a dead-on likeness. I love it. And I love the detailing on his blaster. I love that's kind of faded away and not as detailed as the young Han Solo's blaster. So it's like saying, not only has he aged, but his blaster has too. And I kind of got him in that classic Han Solo pose. Han Solo, number 8 on my list. Such an old man Han Solo, number 8 on my list. Incredible, incredible figure. No complaints at all. Now number 7, I believe, is his... No, I thought it was going to be his son next. But actually, it's probably my favorite female in the Star Wars universe, other than Princess Leia, of course, is Rey. Man, I did not get the first release of Rey, because that head sculpt was just... It was okay, but it looked like she had way too much makeup on. This figure here, it looks much, much better. Plus, she came with her own lightsaber. Her articulation's good. The sculpting throughout this whole figure is beautiful. And you got those sexy Daisy Ridley legs showing. I like that a lot. Her boots look really good. She's got amazing sculpting and really good articulation. Although how she holds her saber could be better. But this figure, I love it. I love her. I'm really happy to have her in my collection. And throughout this whole new trilogy, I'm going to get every version of Rey that Hasbro releases in the Black Series line. I got the Force Awakens version. Next, when they release her, I'm going to get the Episode 8 version, then the Episode 9 version. Man, I can't wait till they release Rey in her Resistance outfit in 6-inch form. That's going to look awesome. Yeah, Rey. Number 7 on my Black Series list. Awesome figure. And really, really awesome character. So I'm really happy that her figure was able to do her justice. Next on my list, Han Solo's evil son, Kylo Ren. Now this is the unmasked variant. I just took the head sculpt off another Kylo Ren and stuck this head on. That wasn't easy. I had to customize it a bit. But the hood stays on him so much better. And he came with 2 lightsabers. And this one's movie accurate, which I love. And the sculpting and the joints here to make it to match his sleeve looks really cool. The robe is much, much better this time around. And also the head sculpt he came with, or just the one head he came with, the Adam Driver head sculpt, looks really, really good. Not a dead-on likeness, but still good. You got all that beautiful texturing and different coloring in his hair. And look at that pissed off look on his face. Kylo Ren ain't screwing around. He means business. So yeah, this Kylo Ren here, he became my definitive Kylo Ren. I just love the better sculpting, the better robe on him. He just looks better in my opinion. Just much better. Happy to have him in my collection. Unmasked Kylo Ren, number 6 in my collection. Now, on this next one, I'm kind of cheating. I'm putting two figures in the same category instead of two separate figures. But I guess they could be in the same category because in some respects they are the same figure. Oops. Hang on, guys, hang on, I'm getting them. Just dropped one of their weapons. Now, it is the First Order Stormtrooper and dropped his little pistol here. I'm sure you already guessed. Finn in Stormtrooper gear. Now, I know this is kind of cheating because they're kind of different figures, but they're also not at the same time. If you just took that blood streak off Finn's helmet, he would fit in perfectly with the rest of the Stormtroopers. Now, I want to talk about the Stormtrooper design for the First Order. That sleek design, man, looks so much better in my opinion. That helmet looks way better. It's so much more sleek, you know, and smoother looking. And the blasters, they look 1,000 times better. I just love this new armor all around. I want to get as many First Order troopers as I can. This guy, I love him. I'm really happy he's in my collection. And Finn in Stormtrooper gear. Now that looks much better than the other Finn. That looks more like John Boyega. Not a dead-on likeness, but it is better. It's much better. And I love the blood streaks on his helmet. Oops. Set Finn there for a minute. I love the blood streaks on his helmet. That looks awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Little bits of blood there. Little thing of blood there. Get his arm down and look at that. If he didn't have that blood streak on, the only way you would be able to tell him from the rest of the First Order Stormtroopers is because he's a little short for a Stormtrooper. Yeah, they actually shortened his torso here, so he's a little shorter, just like he was in the movies. That is awesome. I love it when Hasbro goes above and beyond like that, man. They didn't have to, but it's a really beautifully nice done touch. Bravo, Hasbro. Both of these figures are home runs in my opinion. Beautiful, beautiful figures, and I'm proud to have them in my collection. Now, I believe we're in the top 5 here. Oh, top 4. We're getting down to the last few, guys. Number 4 in my list is Bespin Luke Skywalker. I know a lot of people don't like this figure, but I do. I love him. I love that head sculpt. Looks pretty. It looks accurate. That looks like Mark Hamill from Empire Strikes Back to me. His outfit is beautifully detailed. And I love that his belt is a separate piece. His blaster. It's a little tricky to get out, but you can get it out. In fact, while we have it out, and there they all go, let's compare it to Han's blaster here. Yeah, the same, except this one has no silver painted on it, and it's a little bit smaller. And he has awesome, just awesome detailing. Want to show you guys that gun. It's so beautiful. Come on, Luke. Come on. Put your blaster in the holster. Thank you. That belt is really well detailed. I was blown away when I saw how detailed this figure is. It's like a 6-inch Hot Toys. That's how detailed it is. And you got that nice texturing on his back. His hair sculpting looks really good. His lightsaber's beautifully detailed, which I am in love with. His boots look really good, screen accurate. And he's even got little silver bits painted right there. My one and only complaint is that you can't take his hand off. But that's okay. This is without a doubt my all-time favorite Luke Skywalker figure that I own. Bespin Luke, number 4 on my list. Let's pick these guys up here. Come on, Death Trooper Stan. Kylo Ren. Come on, Stan. Thank you. Finn. Let's move Luke out of the way. I need to get to 3PO. Shut up, phone. I'm busy. Put right there. Awesome. So yeah, Bespin Luke, number 4 on my Black Series list. Now next, we got number 3. Who will it be? Well, the big bad baddie from Attack of the Clones himself, Jango Fett. Yeah! This figure is awesome. The blue paint on him looks amazing. The weathering and the texture on him, and that you can put his pistols in his holster, just like an old Western. The helmet that's also removable is a really nice feature. The helmet has nice weathering on it, like it's all dirty. His gauntlets are nicely detailed, although I don't like this. This broke on me too easily. But I'm keeping it that way because, in my opinion, it makes him look battle damaged. And that just makes him look more badass. I like that. Jango Fett, number 3 in my Black Series list. Who will be in number 2? Well, let's see. It is none other than Big Bad Boba! This figure, just like with a lot of these figures on here, the Boba Fett, he shows off these other figures what it means to be a Black Series action figure, man. The paint apps, the sculpting, the weathering on his helmet, his weapons, his jetpack. It's all perfect. I cannot think of one bad thing to say about this figure. He is perfect. And I love the soft goods cape on him. Oh, he is perfect. Just perfect. Can't think of one bad thing to say about Boba. And you guys all know what my number 1 will be. Bum, 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 bum. Black Series Darth Vader. Come on, guys. You knew this was going to be my number 1. Easily. What can I say about this Black Series Vader? The articulation, it's amazing. Could be a little bit better, but for what it is, it's awesome. That helmet, not perfect, but awesome. I love that metal chain. I love the detailing in his face. And I love all that detailing on his body. And I love that they even included on the back of his shoulder here where Luke nicked him at with his lightsaber with his duel with Luke on Bespin. So awesome that Hasbro added that little detail there. I love that. And I love all the sculpting going throughout all of this. That's beautiful. His chest box looks amazing. His belt looks really good. And the face underneath looks really freaking awesome. So many nerdgasms with this figure, guys. So many nerdgasms. Get Boba Fett in frame there. And look at that sculpting on there. All that in there in his mouthpiece and on his head. And that is a dead-on likeness to Sebastian Shaw. And the fact that his helmet and mask are separate pieces, and both of them have beautiful detailing on them. What more do you want? Come on. As far as I'm concerned, this figure is perfect. Just like with Boba Fett, there is absolutely nothing Hasbro can do to make it better. Although I do wish his belt had a loop on it, so I could hang his saber hilt from his belt, but that's just a minor nitpick. This figure's perfect, and I am in love with it. And he will always be my #1 action figure that I own, period. And I love the way his cape is just sits on his shoulders like that. That looks so awesome. Pick up Finn there. Man, that looks so badass. And from his side view, he looks awesome. Look at that. Oh, Hasbro. I love, freaking love this Darth Vader figure. You guys nailed it. In my opinion, this Darth Vader here will always be the #1 figure that you guys have released. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. Just like Boba Fett. There's nothing you guys could do to make it better. Nothing. Well, except maybe the loop on his belt. But other than that, perfect, perfect, perfect figure. Alright, guys. That was my top 15 Black Series list. I'm sorry it was so long. It was so long it had to be split up into 2 parts because my phone ran out of memory. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making it for you. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in my next review. Until then, to all my fellow nerds and collectors out there, I'm reminding all my fellow nerds and collectors out there to stay nerdy. Peace. And also, may the Force be with you. Oh yeah, and a quick side note. Star Wars Day is rapidly approaching, May the 4th. What are you guys going to do on Star Wars Day? I'm going to play with all my figures and watch all the movies, except for episodes 1 and 2, but episodes 3 through 7, watching all of them. So what are you guys going to do on Star Wars Day? Please feel free to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or even in the comments. Let me know. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed my review. The Proud Nerd is signing out. Peace.